On this episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast, we talk about A Single Flower by We Lost the Sea. Welcome to another episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal and we like to talk about it. And today we changed plans and then delayed the episode.
Right. Because you were exhausted last week, understandably.
We were going to talk about the new Shadow of Intent album. And then a couple days later, I was like, OJ, there's a new We Lost the Sea album. I forgot it was coming out.
Yeah.
We must listen to this now. And then on Tuesday night, I got about 4 hours of sleep.
And you were traveling.
Yeah, I was getting ready
Thursday.
I was getting ready to travel and go on my yearly trip to Vegas to see my friends.
Hookers.
Yeah, they're my friends now.
Yeah.
So I get a discount.
Right.
But no, so I was getting ready to go on my trip, and I was just, had a massive anxiety attack while I was supposed to be sleeping, and didn't get to sleep until like 2 a.m. or later, and I was just absolutely fucking exhausted all day Wednesday, and it's like, we're not doing it. I got to do other stuff and sleep also.
Sure.
And that evening I went to CVS and grabbed myself some Z-Quil Ultra.
Ooh.
And Jesus fucking Christ,
that's effective.
That's some powerful shit. I was feeling it when I got to Las Vegas the next day. Like I got to the Airbnb and was like, I'm still ready to take a nap. That stuff lingers.
The main ingredient, that's diphenhydramine, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because diphenhydramine is what Benadryl is.
Yeah.
I don't think that actually is the active ingredient in like NyQuil / Z-Quil. Because Z-Quil is just the stuff that make you sleepy with none of the pain relief or cough suppressants or anything like that. It's just the stuff that make you sleepy. So I'm not sure exactly what the active ingredient is. Maybe it is diphenhydramine.
You know what's a really great sort of mixer?
Really great whiskey.
That'll put you right out. I was gonna say Z-Quil and Jägermeister.
That's I think that's a recipe for dying in your sleep.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I was able to actually get some sleep, and had a good time. I honestly should have taken some last night. I didn't, honestly, compared to last Tuesday.
Yeah,
I didn't sleep much better last night either.
All right, but you don't have to travel tomorrow, so
yeah, I don't have to do anything in but like, yeah, I slept like shit last night. I slept poorly when I got back, but that's all probably at this point it's probably jet lag, but like. When I got back on Monday night, the plane landed at 11:15 p.m.
Las Vegas is on Mountain Time, right? Or
yeah.
is it?
No, it's on Pacific.
It is Pacific.
Yeah.
I always thought we lost an hour going there when I lived in L.A. area. So
it's 2 from here, anyway. Yeah,
right, yeah.
It's on Pacific. I think it's towards the western or eastern edge of Pacific, but it's on Pacific. But I got back pretty late, and I don't think I got to sleep until like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I took another Z-Quil and then slept until noon. It was, I got up a couple of times because my alarm went off because I forgot to turn off my alarm for work.
Right.
And then it was because Zima was hungry and she wouldn't shut the fuck up. Went out. She had food in her bowl. She was just like, you are supposed to get up and give me more. And
by the way, we're talking about Kale's daughter.
Yeah, my daughter.
Yeah.
But so I got up and fed her and then went back, and I don't know if I could say that I really slept but I was definitely in a state of lessened consciousness until noon when I finally got up yesterday. But yeah, it's a good trip.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Supposedly
no
I'm
complaints.
making the same trip in September. So
September.
September.
Yeah. This is September. It was totally offbeat at the end.
Yeah.
Good old Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. You know, I have a brother that lives there.
In Vegas?
I've been to Vegas 3 times as an adult, and I've never gone to see him.
Does he work at Nellis? Is your brother still in the Air Force, or a different brother?
Different brother.
Okay.
Yeah, what I don't often talk about.
Okay.
My older brother.
Okay.
I have an older brother in California, older brother in Las Vegas, and an older sister, not sure where.
Okay. So I know your younger sister's in the Air Force. Or was,
yeah.
When did she leave the Air Force? That must have been
A
recent.
few years ago.
Okay. I don't remember anything.
No, yeah. My brother is still in my brother and my brother-in-law are still in the Air Force.
Okay.
My brother-in-law was going to retire. He got up as high as you can get as an enlisted.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to get out. I want to just go make furniture. That's what he wants to do. I want to retire. I just want to make furniture. I don't care what else I do. And they're like, can you stay in another 4 years? We need you.
You've got valuable skills.
Yeah.
You unfortunately have become important.
This American military needs furniture.
I mean, that's like warrant officer stuff in the military. Like, warrant officer is a very rare rank across various branches of the military. I think it's, at least in some branches, they don't make new ones. Like, the rank has been discontinued.
Right.
But there are still a number left that are still in service.
Sure.
Because you get made a warrant officer because you have skills that are so specific and unique and valuable that you and your skills are so highly valued that you ought to be paid more than an enlisted man would, but you cannot be burdened with the additional duty that a traditional officer would have to take care of.
Right.
So you get this special rank where it's like, all you do is fly helicopters.
Right.
And no one else can tell you fuck else. like the highest ranking warrant officers, I believe technically the only people who are the only people who can give them orders they have to follow are like generals.
Right.
They can like actually ignore. At least I remember reading that somewhere, but like they can basically get away with fucking anything because it's like, all I do is fly helicopters, man. You talk to somebody else about that. Like, but yeah, they're the exact kind of people where it's like, it's the equivalent of military tenure. Basically, sure. It's like,
right.
It's like he's been here a long time. You can't tell him to do anything.
Right.
Like reading stories of like young, freshly minted second lieutenants walking past a warrant officer being like, "Where's my salute?" And the warrant officer just flipping them off.
Yep. That I've heard of that happening. Yeah.
It's like, no.
Here's your salute, asshole.
I don't owe you shit. But yeah, it's one of those, I don't know. It's a tidbit I find interesting.
Neat.
That was the appropriate reaction to that anecdote. Oh, neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. How was your week?
It was good. I had a good weekend, I guess.
That's good.
Kind of good. Pretty good.
Okay.
It was very quiet around the office.
Okay. Because I wasn't there.
Because you weren't there, yeah.
Because I'm famously really loud.
You and your raucous all the time.
I'm always making so much noise. I'm making a ruckus and a fuss and a scene.
Always singing and farting.
Having a conniption.
Throwing a fit.
I'm farting up a storm. I mean, that's not untrue,
right?
Necessarily.
I think you're usually pretty polite about it, though.
I try to keep it contained to a room, if I can, and open the window if it's not cold enough to kill somebody outside. Yeah. Which, I mean, it is most of the year. It's nice and cool outside right now. It's unseasonably cool for July.
It is
this week.
Yeah, and we get the fair starting this week.
Yeah.
Did you get your ticket, by the way, to go to the show?
No, I have not bought a ticket to go to see Limp Bizkit.
Here's the deal. The funny thing is, as I thought about it ahead of time. I thought, well, I just got paid, and I had my debit card was canceled for, that's a story. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got a new debit card, and I was able to. Actually, I'm going to go to the State Fair website, and man, I hope they have seats left.
Oh no, there was lots.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
there was a lot of blue on that chart.
Oh boy.
So
I mean, if there's a show you might want to stand for, I guess it's Limp Bizkit.
Sure. And it's a walk-up town.
Yeah, but that's interesting. I wonder how easy of a time I might have giving away tickets when we're out there, because I'm gonna have some tickets on one of my days.
Right. I think it'll be funny. Well, it won't be that day. That
Not the day of the concert,
Right.
but at least on the sheet that we were given today, those are the tickets that I'm going to have when I'm out there Thursday. I think.
I think it'd be funny if you say, I'll see a guy in a red hat or something or whatever, and you.
I want a guy with a red backwards baseball cap.
Yeah.
And a sports tank top. And a short beard. Maybe middle aged.
55 years old. Yeah.
Name that starts with F. Well, if I see Fred Durst, then I can tell him how much I love The Fanatic.
Sure. We haven't watched a movie in a while.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
If I see Fred Durst, I can hit him with the I can't talk, I gotta poo. I can't stay long, I gotta poo.
Right.
I can ask him what John Travolta's like.
Yeah. I just have a feeling his answer's going to be fucking weird, man.
I feel like everybody knows John Travolta's a strange fellow.
Right.
Uh,
I think the last movie he made that wasn't just odd was probably Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the last proper film he was in that's like a good, well-regarded director. The last film he made that wasn't schlock, and it might be Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Although let's not forget about Battlefield Earth.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember the name of the director, but there's a famous review where it's like, so-and-so director heard that directors sometimes tilt their cameras, though he never learned why. Because that film is nothing but Dutch angles.
Yeah. Which sounds like something out of the Urban Dictionary.
Dutch angle.
I give her the old Dutch angle, if you know
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of any other film that I have a certain fondness for the remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And he was the villain in that. That's an all right movie.
I didn't mind the movie Phenomenon.
I'm not familiar with that one. No.
That's where he sees this weird light in the middle of the night, and suddenly he can learn everything really, really fast.
Huh.
I don't want to spoil it, but there is a spoiler for the movie. But
I don't give a shit.
Oh. In the end, because he learns Portuguese in 5 minutes or whatever, and he just knows all this stuff. He can learn it and read it and absorb it. And the problem is he has a
brain tumor.
Right?
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or Michael. That was a weird movie.
When did Michael come out? For some reason, I thought Michael was older than.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's early 90s.
Yeah. I don't remember what year Pulp Fiction came out either.
94? Or is it?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I was going to say 93, so I think it's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Is it before or after Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park is always older than I think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's 93, right?
1993, and it looks the way it does.
It looks great.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've talked to you about this for many times. I have no interest in seeing the new Jurassic Park.
I've heard it's actually pretty damn good.
I've heard otherwise.
You have heard otherwise?
I have heard otherwise.
Maybe I was hearing it from the wrong people.
It depends. I don't know. It depends on what you're seeing it for. for me, I'm like, I'm tired of dinosaurs being monsters.
Yeah, I mean, they're just animals.
They're just animals.
Yeah,
and also they got another one of the weird fucking mutant dinosaurs that's like
they did.
It's even weirder looking. Now it looks like the fucking what are they called? Mutos from the first new Godzilla, the first American Godzilla movie, at that Lionsgate, maybe not Lionsgate, Legendary
films.
The ones, not the 1999 one, but the newer series.
So not like Matthew Broderick.
The Godzilla, the one that Kong is in that series.
That series, gotcha.
The one that came out 2014, I think. Bryan Cranston was in it.
Wasn't Ron Perlman in it or something like that?
No, that's Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Yeah.
But anyway, I think it's the Legendary Pictures is the studio that makes those. But the bad creatures in that one are like big bug things that kind of walk on their knuckles or whatever, that are called like mutos or something. And this new dinosaur just made me think of those. It's got like a pair of tiny little T-Rex arms, and then it's got a big pair of like gorilla arms that it walks on, and it's got short little back legs. I don't know why it has 6 limbs, because that's stupid.
Maybe it's a bug.
And its head looks like a fucking beluga whale.
Really?
It's got a big fucking melon up here, and I don't know what the deal is, but I think it looks stupid. And it's like apparently the rest of the movie is like kind of more, supposed to be back to the kind of like Lost World, where it's like you're just on an island and there's a lot of dinosaurs there.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of dinosaurs being like, they're always like in the Jurassic Park films beyond the first one and the second one, I think. Like from 3 on, all the dinosaurs are just kind of like killing machines.
Right, they're monsters.
They're just going after people for the sake of it, and they're not behaving like animals. They're behaving like movie monsters, where like one could argue that the raptors in the first 2 movies kind of behave that way, but I think part of the implication is supposed to be that they're highly intelligent and they're kind of behaving that way. Yeah, they're very clever, and they're behaving that way maybe because they're more intelligent, and they're not, it's like it's a game to them or something like that. But like all the other dinosaurs, just kind of, even like the T-Rexes in the Lost World that are technically like the villains of the film, they just want their fucking baby.
Right, yeah.
They just want their fucking baby back. Like
they want their baby back,
baby back. But yeah, like they're not really villainous, because ultimately they just want their fucking kid. And circumstances happen. And a dog gets eaten.
What the third movie took place in like California or whatever, was it?
No,
like that?
that's the end of the Lost World.
Oh right.
That's the last act of the Lost World, where the company that funded Jurassic Park wants their investment back, so they send a whole bunch of like mercenaries and hunters to the island while Jeff Goldblum and company are already there. And they capture a whole bunch of dinosaurs from the island to bring them to like a zoo in California.
Sure.
And then as they are bringing the T-Rex back, it somehow kills everyone on the boat.
Right.
Without escaping from its enclosure. Like, I don't know, because it's the only dinosaur that I remember breaking out in California. But everyone on the boat is dead.
Right. Like,
how did it do that?
Dead bodies in tight hallways.
I don't think they show any of the dead bodies, but we know that everyone on the boat is dead. And it's like, there are spaces on this boat far too small for a T-Rex to fit through. How did that happen?
A lot of boats like that, there are spaces that are hard for people to get through.
Yeah, like I don't understand how the fuck that was supposed to work. But the T-Rex gets out and rampages through San Diego, and it wants its baby back. They give it its baby back.
You're just making me hungry.
Yeah. And they get it back on the boat. Julianne Moore tranquilizes it.
Sure.
And they set the boat's course back to the island it came from. And the end. But yeah, there's your plot summary of the last act of Lost World. Jurassic Park 3 takes place entirely on
Antarctica. Right?
Yeah, Antarctica. No, it takes place, I think, on the same island as the second one. Because there was the island that the park was on, and then the second and third one take place on an island that was supposed to be like a preserve, basically, where it's like, we're just going to put the dinosaurs there and they can run free.
Sure.
And if we need, like, we'll let them do whatever they want there, and when we need more dinosaurs to put in the park, we'll go and get them from there. So yeah, that's where the third one takes place. I feel like the third one's not as bad as people once thought it was. It's kind of like the Star Wars prequels, where granted, I think episode 1 and 2 are still pretty bad, especially episode 2. Episode 3's all right, but when you compare it to like the Rise of Skywalker, it's like, oh, those movies at least had a vision.
Yeah.
At least the prequels had, at least George really wanted to make those movies and had, lots of ideas. They weren't, it's just that not all the ideas were good, but at least he had the ideas and committed to them. And I feel like Jurassic Park 3 is kind of like that. I don't, not simply in the, it wasn't as bad as I once thought it was. Category, rather than someone had a vision for this film, which I don't know if it's necessarily the case.
Yeah, I haven't really watched the prequels in like 20 years, probably it's been. I'd like to go watch them again, because when I saw them originally in theaters, I saw them all in theaters.
Yeah.
I remember just being miffed about the fact that,
man, Star Wars is bad now.
Yeah, they dropped the ball. What the fuck? How'd they do that?
I think I think episode 1 definitely has its moments of like, ugh, what? Come on, like Jar Jar's dumb, and there's some convoluted bits, and it's like, okay,
the pod race scene is great.
The pod racing scene actually is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. But like it's it's got its silly, stupid stuff, but there's also like. I kind of go back and forth on like the Duel of the Fates, not necessarily the song, but the event. The song is fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, it's great.
The music is amazing. But like that
was still John Williams, right?
Oh yeah, all Star Wars is and has been, because he's still alive.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They made a documentary about him recently. You should dig that up. That's a really great documentary.
The music is fantastic, and but like the fight itself. On one hand, I'm like, it's so like almost over choreographed, where when you're watching it, there's a feeling like they're not actually trying to hit each other, because they're just doing the choreography. It's really good choreography, but it's like, this doesn't feel like a sword fight.
Feels like a dance.
Yeah, it feels like a dance, which is cool in its own way. It's interesting to just watch this choreography that they're actually doing. Like, Ewan McGregor's actually doing that shit. Like, it's impressive. And apparently they actually had to slow it down on film to make it, because it looked weird at its actual speed. But
you know what Steven Spielberg said about John Williams?
What did he say?
Well, they had a conversation where John Williams says, there are better composers out there, and Steven Spielberg said, yeah, but they're all dead.
Yeah. I feel like John Williams he's the best at a particular style, where it's like, I don't know if I would necessarily say that he's the best composer, bar none.
Right.
But when you're looking for that, if you're looking for grandiosity, no one does it better.
He's very good with cinema.
Yeah. It's like classic cinema is what it is with his music. It's you want something to feel big and epic. He's your man. He's the best at it. Like I'm a huge now I've forgotten his name. The guy who does like all the Christopher Nolan movies.
Christ.
I've given you the dumb. Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, thank you. Yeah.
Like I really like Hans Zimmer, but his style is very different than what you get with like a John. He absolutely can do like big, grand, sweeping, orchestral scores, but I feel like where he really shines is doing stuff that has that different sort of element to it, bringing in instruments you wouldn't expect in a typical like orchestral film score. You know, whether it's like drums or, you know, certain like cultural instruments, like this his score for the Dune movies is full of that sort of thing, where it's like it's got all kinds of different little touches, like the fucking throat singing that the Saudarkar do. Like, you know, he does that sort of stuff really well. And then you've got like fucking Howard Shore, who did Lord of the Rings,
Right.
where it's like, I don't know what else he's done that's come anywhere close to the Lord of the Rings, but the level to which the soundtrack is integrated into those films is like unprecedented, to the point where people have done like doctoral theses about how important the score is to those films. Like, every major character has their own leitmotif that gets woven in seamlessly with others. Like, it's you can make a flow chart for how this shit works, and it's insane. Like, it's crazy how intricate the scores are. And then it's kind of funny when you pay attention to the music in The Hobbit and you realize he kind of just didn't care.
He just phoned it in.
Just like Peter Jackson.
Right, yeah. You know, it's funny. I used to watch the Lord of the Rings on DVD so often. I would just like, I would go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is I would have dreams all night long that somewhere in the background I was hearing... and I'd wake up to it because it was the menu.
Yeah, it's the DVD menu. But
yeah,
it's John Williams is good.
Yeah,
but episode 1, Star Wars episode 1 has its really cool things. I don't know if there's anything really all that good about Attack of the Clones. I don't know if there's anything about Attack of the Clones that I particularly enjoy. I don't mind the arena fight on Geonosis, where like you know, the Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Padme are like stuck in the arena, and they're gonna get executed, and then all the Jedi show up and rescue them, and then the clones show up and rescue the Jedi, and then there's this big battle that unfolds. I don't mind that. Almost everything else in the movie I could do without. I guess the scene where Anakin like goes to rescue his mom, and then she dies, and he just fucking slaughters the whole village full of sand people.
Right.
Like that's good. That's got some pathos to it.
I hate sand.
I hate sand. It's rough. It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
Which movie has the epic fight between Yoda and Saruman?
That's Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones?
I don't like that fight.
Yeah, it's silly.
Well, especially when you compare it to like the fight with Darth Maul. Like, it's like even when Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting Count Dooku, it doesn't have anywhere near the energy, because it's like, I guess I have to imagine they had a stunt double for Christopher Lee, but it just doesn't. It does not have the weight and the energy that the fight with Darth Maul did. But like, I don't like Attack of the Clones. It's not particular. Revenge of the Sith has a lot of stuff about it that I do like, that I do enjoy. Back to one last thing about Attack of the Clones. One of the things that really gets me and is funny to think about is how ridiculously convoluted the assassination plot at the beginning is. So Newt Gunray, the viceroy of the Trade Federation, still has a grudge against Padme, and he wants her assassinated. So he hires Jango Fett to kill her. And instead of him doing it himself, Jango then contracts another bounty hunter,
like a subcontractor,
who she is shown to have this awesome, really cool, huge, like super long sniper rifle that she uses to destroy a moving target. Like there's a tiny little drone that Ewan McGregor is hanging from that she shoots out of the air from like a mile or more away. But instead of using that gun to shoot through Padme's glass fucking window in her skyscraper penthouse, she instead uses that little drone to go up to her window, cut a hole, and then release a bunch of poisonous worms that are supposed to bite her.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just use a bomb? They could have just flown past. Like, if you could get a drone up to someone's window, you could have just thrown a grenade through there, and it would have been over. And then, when that plan fails, Jango Fett kills his subcontractor, and it's like, and that whole sequence of bullshit is how the Jedi find out about the clone army, because then Obi-Wan's like, well, who's this guy that used this poison dart? I must go ask my fat four-armed friend who owns a greasy diner, because he'll know.
For some reason.
It's so dumb. But yeah, episode 3 is okay.
I'm still trying to remember the name of the guy who plays Darth Maul. Ray
Park.
Ray Park. Thank you. Yeah.
He's voiced by Peter Serafinovich.
But
but it's he's physically played by Ray Park.
Right.
But
Ray Park does his own lines in the first X-Men movie, though, right? Yeah. He plays Toad.
Does Toad talk in the first X-Men movie? I don't remember him talking. I think he's just kind of there.
Does he? Does he not say anything?
I don't know. I mean, I of course remember what gets said to him moments before he dies.
Which is mind-blowingly weird.
What happens to a toad that's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
You could have just said nothing, Storm.
You could have just killed him and been cool. Also, a lot of people get struck by lightning and live.
Right.
And are in fact kind of okay. They're fine. They got some scars and were knocked out for a bit.
Did you ever see those a news blooper going around on? It's a few years old. The woman who was hit by lightning and she was thought to be dead.
I haven't seen that.
And then they revived her, and then they did get exercise, and it was just a wonderful story. But the thing is, when they went to cut to tape, there was a problem with the playback, and they were interviewing her in her bed. She's like, "Yep."
I think I have seen that.
They
Actually,
go back to the anchor, and he's like, "Well,
yikes!"
Doesn't really talk like that.
I don't think I have seen that. Now I'm thinking of. I promise we'll talk about the album at some point. We'll talk about it after this anecdote, which is there was an episode. Are you familiar with the show River Monsters?
Yes. I've heard of it.
There was an episode they were filming. I don't remember where. I think they were maybe in the Amazon somewhere. And they had been off the water for a bit because there was a thunderstorm. And they got back on the water. The thunderstorm was apparently not quite far enough away yet.
Oh, no.
And the cameraman, one of their cameramen, who was like, I think he was doing something else. He wasn't actively filming Jeremy at the time. But the cameraman got struck on the top of the head by a bolt of lightning. But he was wearing thick rubber shoes. And so they found the spot, I think on his pant leg or something like that, where the electricity arced from his leg over his boots
to the ground.
Yeah. But like his boots provided enough insulation to where he didn't die. But like he immediately collapsed. Like, and they caught it on camera, with everyone else, where massive crash of lightning. Everybody hits the floor instantly, like holy shit, and then they all start kind of laughing, like Jesus Christ, just from the adrenaline, just like holy shit, we almost got struck by lightning, and then they're like, hey, where's Chris?
No.
And so they're on, they're racing their boat back to their camp because they're in the middle of the fucking Amazon,
right?
And get on the satellite phone with like their producers, like, hey, what should we do? Can you get a medic on? And like I think they had their own medic there, but it's like, what should we do? Medic is taking a look at him. He was conscious. It's like, I think he's gonna be fine. He's not showing any signs of like heart distress or anything like that. I think we're good. But yeah, got struck on the top of the head by a bolt of lightning. Absolutely. And that's only like the fourth most insane thing that happened on that show.
Yeah.
Jeremy Wade's fucking insane. He's cool as hell, but he's insane. Yeah, I love that show. I've watched so much River Monsters. But let's talk about We Lost the Sea. So if you don't know, We Lost the Sea is an Australian post-rock band. They've been around for a while. I think since like 2010.
Yeah,
maybe a little
at least
earlier
15
than that.
years. Yeah.
They had made a couple of albums, couple of EPs, and sort of the big event in the history of their band is their singer at the time, because they're more of like a kind of post-hardcore, sort of post-punk band when they started. Sure. Maybe kind of post-metal, you could call them. They had a vocalist, who did like screamed vocals and stuff, and he committed suicide, I think, in 2013 or 2014. And after that, they made the album Departure Songs, which is an album we've talked about.
Right, love that album.
It's widely considered to be like probably the best post-rock album of the 2010s. It's and I think it is and will remain their like defining album as a band. It's one of my favorite albums ever that I've listened to. I go back to it so often. I feel like they've sort of struggled to find their feet in the wake of that album. Like I enjoyed the album before this one, but I never find myself going back to it.
Right.
Like We Lost the Sea is one of those bands for me where I always just want to listen to Departure Songs again.
Sure.
Like I said, I enjoyed
the album you can't remember the name of.
I think it's Triumph and Despair, Triumph and Destruction. I'm gonna have to look at it. Triumph and Disaster.
Right.
Like I enjoyed that album.
I feel like we talked about that on the podcast.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
We absolutely did. But like I never find myself going back to it. And I feel like this album definitely settles a little bit more in there. It feels a little bit more like it's on steadier footing than that album did.
Yeah, this one also is a lot darker, it seems.
It feels darker, yeah. It's I don't know. I felt it was a little predictable at times.
Yeah.
Not that that's the wildest thing in the universe for a post-rock band, especially like if you've listened to one Explosions in the Sky album, you've kind of heard everything they've done. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. But like, and I love that band. But that's certainly true, and I feel like that's the case for a number of post rock bands, especially of like the sort of the 2010s and on generation of post rock. Like you've got bands like Godspeed You Black Emperor, which are absolutely post rock bands, but they're so avant garde and weird, and they're always doing something different. Whereas the more of the kind of I guess you'd almost call it kind of generic style of post rock.
Yeah. It's kind of the comfort food of post rock.
Yeah. It definitely tends to be a bit more predictable, where it's like, okay, it's going to have this long kind of very pretty sort of kind of sparkly kind of twinkly kind of intro, and then it's gonna build up, and it's gonna get heavier, and there's gonna be a big huge crescendo,
right?
And they do subvert that now and again on this album, and they did so on their previous album as well, where there was a couple cases of kind of like denied crescendo denied.
Yeah.
But there's a couple cases of musical blue balls, shall we say?
Musical blue balls, exactly. I think we used that term.
We may have,
I feel like we did.
But this album, I don't know that this album has anything quite like that. I think you do get that release, shall we say, to further the metaphor.
Right.
You do get that on most of the songs where it's kind of telegraphed.
Right.
I really enjoy this album. I like it quite a lot, but it's in my mind where it's like I Departure Songs is just in there, and I just want that,
Like when I thought, okay, let me remember listening to this album, which I did, earlier today, and I tried to remember back. It's like, no, that's a Gallant Gentleman. That's
like one thing that was on my mind while I was listening to it. I feel like the guitars have a weird lack of like low end on this album.
Yeah.
There's this is a very treble forward album. I feel like the bass sounds good, the drums sound good, but I feel like the guitars could do with a little bit more meat.
Yeah, especially because they put a little more fuzz on it this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about the mix felt off to me.
Yeah.
Where it didn't feel like the guitars were hitting quite as hard as they ought to. And I eventually that sort of faded from my mind as you get into the album and you just sort of settle into like, okay, this is just the way things are. Let's just listen and enjoy this. Like, I feel like I have that problem a lot of times with like Panopticon albums, where there's always some thing about the production because Austin was just doing it on on his own and doing whatever, and so the production between Panopticon albums feels kind of wildly inconsistent at times.
Yeah,
because he's just he's doing whatever, and that's great, and I love him for that. But like. There are times where I start a Panopticon album and I'm like, man, this sounds weird. and then it takes me like the first song before I sort of settle in and I get used to it. And I kind of felt that with this album's production and the mixing is really what it felt like. It just, the guitars just felt like they didn't have enough meat to them. Yeah. But other than that, I thought this album definitely it doesn't lack substance,
right,
by any means. It has the final song, 27 minutes long. It's a 27 minutes long track there.
Blood Will Have Blood.
Yep, Blood Will Have Blood. You're very far away from your microphone.
Oh, sorry about that.
You can bring it with you,
That's true. It has a boom.
It has a boom.
Yeah.
But
I was trying to do an Irish goodbye in the middle of the podcast.
You're just
slowly
getting further and further away.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're talking from the doorway. But yeah, there's definitely substance here. A lot of piano on this. I found, at least on a couple of the songs. The song Bloom, Murmurations
also
at First Light, that one clocks in at 13 minutes.
Right.
That one has quite a lot of piano on it, which I liked. I wrote that, I guess, spoilers, I wrote that down as my first choice for favorite, because there were parts of Blood Will Have Blood where it felt like... It almost felt like it was long for the sake of being long.
Yeah,
sometimes it definitely has like I didn't feel like it outstayed its welcome. But
again, a very dark song too.
Yeah, but like Bloom, Bloom felt like one of the brighter tracks on the album.
Sure.
For sure. I would say this album's vibe overall, I would call it bittersweet. I would say the vibe is sort of a bittersweet.
There's actually sort of almost a romantic sounding song on here.
Is it The Gloaming?
Yes, The Gloaming.
It's that's like a 3-minute sort of like like interstitial
right
bit. I like that one. Yeah. It's very soft and I don't know.
Kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's soft and it's sweet. I don't mind that at all. But yeah, I mean I don't know exactly what I was expecting with this album. It. I would say it met my expectations. Like it's kind of coming back to what we were saying before when we started talking about the album is it feels predictable. Nothing happened here that I didn't expect to happen, which isn't always a bad thing, but it's great when a band does something that you really didn't think they were going to do, and you enjoy it. There can be bad surprises on an album for sure, where you're like, really, you guys did that? Why? But there are good surprises too. Like I remember the first time I listened to Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers, and I got to the last track on there, and I was like, "Holy shit, she's doing that!" It's like, this is fucking nuts. This is great. This is crazy. So yeah, there's always good surprises. I love me a good surprise, but I didn't feel surprised by this album. But I don't know. I like it. I think it slaps.
Yeah, it slaps.
It slaps for sure. What's your favorite song?
I at first I'm like, everything is black and blinding. Everything in here is black.
Everything here is black and blinding.
Because I was driving and it felt like a nighttime montage in a early 2000s TV show.
Okay.
That's what it felt like. It felt like we were seeing like maybe an episode of Dexter when he was driving through Miami at night.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't watched enough Dexter to really know what the vibe those scenes have.
Yeah. But I agree with Bloom as well.
Yeah, I like Bloom a lot. I think all the songs here are good. I don't think there's a bad song on the record. But I was not able to find enough reviews with scores attached to put a number to this. But it seems like people kind of like there are definitely some more positive reviews that I sort of skimmed. But it does seem like there's it's not divisive by any means, but I think the range definitely does trend more towards some reviewers going like, this is good, but it's not anything particularly special. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely enjoyable, and I would recommend it. But what medal do you bestow upon this album, like Maz Kanata to Chewbacca?
It's a solid silver.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a silver for sure. It's one of those things where I almost feel bad, like when you talk about a band that has that one album.
Yeah.
And you always have to go back and talk about the older album, but it's like Departure Songs is that album. It's just that good, and it's it's unavoidable. I feel like
you know who Paco Bell was, right?
No,
he wrote Canon in D.
Okay,
it's played at a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
He wrote that as his senior thesis.
Oh no! Oh boy, he peaked in college.
Yeah, he peaked in college and lived into his 80s.
Oh no!
Well, I wrote this new piece. You want to listen to it? Yeah, sure. But wait, didn't you do Canon in D? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's there's just something really special about, and you feel bad, like I feel bad saying like there's something really special about Departure Songs. It's like, yeah, their vocalist died.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and they were processing their grief,
and it made for some great music writing.
They made some of the most beautiful music I've ever listened to, and some of the most poignant, the most poignant music I've ever listened to that has no words.
Yeah, totally. So somebody needs to call Australia and say, hey, can somebody call We Lost the Sea and encourage one of their loved ones to succumb to depression?
No.
We need some good music here.
No. You bastard. No.
No, I'm kidding. No.
I mean, I get to the end of Swan Song Part 1, and when that woman from like that the audio, they're playing audio from like somebody's home video of watching the Challenger disaster, and there's that woman who says they were here and now they're gone, and I always start sobbing immediately. And then I hate that listening to Ronald fucking Reagan makes me emotional, but god damn it, that speech is good.
It is. He was quite the orator.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't write it, but he delivered it amazingly. It's a good speech, but yeah. Anyway, what do you want to talk about next week?
Well, since we were I'd like to talk about Imperium Delirium.
Yeah, by Shadow of Intent.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that next week then.
Okay.
Until then, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our podcast feed on whatever podcast service you use to listen to us. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
Congratulations.